Styracosaurus, the horned warrior of the Cretaceous period. More than 75 million years ago, when Earth was still a pristine world of dense forests, vast swamps, and an atmosphere heavy with moisture, a magnificent creature roamed the ancient plains of what is now Western Canada. It wasn't a fearsome predator like Tyrannosaurus rex, nor a small, feathered companion like the early birds. Instead, it was a creature that embodied majesty and power, like a warrior clad in natural armor. Styracosaurus, also known as the spiked lizard. A majestic beauty amidst wild nature. Styracosaurus was a standout member of the Ceratopsidae family, a group of herbivorous dinosaurs known for their horns and beak-like mouths. But unlike its famous cousin Triceratops, which bore 3 evenly placed horns, Styracosaurus had a completely different style. A single, long horn jutting straight from its forehead like a battle spear, and 6 to 8 dagger-like spikes radiating from the bony frill behind its head, forming a fearsome crown that was instantly recognizable. Its body was about 5.5 meters long, weighed up to 3 tons, and stood as tall as a grown human. The skull alone accounted for nearly a third of its body length, a massive structure that paleontologists believe was used not only for defense, but also for communication, dominance display, or even attracting mates. The world of Styracosaurus, a verdant, shifting Laramidia. Styracosaurus lived during the late Cretaceous period, about 75 million years ago, when the North American continent was split by a vast inland sea known as the Western Interior Seaway. The western portion of this landmass was called Laramidia, a land rich with legendary dinosaur species. Contrary to the common image of dusty deserts, the environment Styracosaurus called home was lush and dynamic. Floodplains, wetlands, mangrove forests, and dense riverbank vegetation. Grass had not yet evolved as it exists today. Instead, Styracosaurus fed on ferns, conifers, and low-lying flowering plants. With its hooked, powerful beak, it could easily clip off young branches and crush tough leaves for digestion. Herds and social living, Styracosaurus wasn't a solitary animal. Fossils found clustered together suggest that they lived in large herds, similar to today's buffalo or wildebeest. This social behavior likely provided advantages, from more efficient foraging to protection against predators like Albertosaurus, a close relative of T. rex. When threatened, a herd of Styracosaurus could form a defensive circle with the strongest individuals on the outer ring, lowering their heads so their horns and spikes faced outward. This scene evokes images of ancient military formations, where soldiers raised shields and spears to form an impenetrable wall of defense. Natural weapons and legendary battles. The long horn on its forehead wasn't just for show. Damage found on fossilized skulls suggests that Styracosaurus often fought rivals, perhaps to win mates or claim leadership in the herd. These head-on clashes could result in cracked bones and shattered horns, where only the strongest individuals could endure and rise to dominance. Scientists have also debated the purpose of the large frill with spikes. Some believe it helped regulate body temperature, while others suggest it served as a kind of biological billboard, allowing members of the species to identify each other or show off fitness to potential mates. Evolutionary mysteries and a sudden disappearance. One intriguing fact is that Styracosaurus had such a wide variety of skull shapes that paleontologists once thought they had discovered multiple different species. Some fossils had 1 horn, others 2. This raises the question, was Styracosaurus an evolutionary link between other ceratopsid species? Some researchers have even speculated that Triceratops, which lived around 68 million years ago, could be a distant descendant of Styracosaurus, although definitive evidence is still lacking. What is certain is that Styracosaurus vanished along with most dinosaur species at the end of the Cretaceous, around 66 million years ago. Popular theories suggest a massive asteroid impact triggered a chain of catastrophic events: wildfires, tsunamis, dust clouds blocking sunlight, and global cooling. Plants began to die out, collapsing the food chain, and massive creatures like Styracosaurus couldn't survive the collapse. Epilogue: The glory of an ancient warrior. Today, the fossilized remains of Styracosaurus are displayed in museums around the world. Children gaze in awe at the spiked skull, while adults admire the majestic architecture of this natural design. No one knows for sure how Styracosaurus sounded, walked, or viewed the world, but through each fossil fragment, a story of pride, adaptation, and evolutionary wonder comes to life. Styracosaurus is not just a dinosaur. It is a living emblem of a time when nature painted creatures that seem to step straight out of mythology. And each time we speak its name, the horned warrior comes alive again, striding through the ancient memory of a land now turned to stone and sand, but once rich with life.